Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Dip from the Well. It is Wellness Wednesday. We're glad to be on this morning, and we are super, super excited about the week that we have started in our Women's Week at St. Paul. So, if you are looking for somewhere to be this Wednesday night, join us at 806 Lincoln Avenue, where we have our Women's Week celebration. Wow, Pastor Frida kicked it off. It was so good last night, trusting God in a compromised place. Wow, it was so good. So I hope maybe you could go back to the St. Paul Facebook page and catch the replay. But this is our Women's Week celebration. Listen, Pastor Shirley Johnson's going to be there tonight from Murfreesboro, North Carolina. So we're looking forward to a great time in the Lord tonight. We have been talking about growing, grow through it. And this week, our theme for our Women's Week is properly placed. And I talked a little bit about Monday about crop rotation and how you have to be planted in the right place in order to receive the things that you need in order to grow. And today, I want to talk a little bit about just being fruitful, the fruitfulness of being properly placed. And there are a lot of things that have to be in place for you to see fruitfulness. There has to be one, adequate nutrients in the soil. You can't plant certain things in the sand and expect them to grow. There has to be the right season, has to be the right place. It has to have the right nutrients. And so when we look at the foundation for growth, I want to encourage you today to be very careful that if you want to see fruitfulness, be careful what you say in the beginning. If you want to have a fruitful day, be careful of how you start your day with your conversations to yourself. It's so important that if you want to see something prosper, that you start with speaking it positively speaking towards what it is that you want to see that prosperity. If you start talking negatively about your health, negatively about your body image, negatively about your career, those are the results you're going to see. And I want to tell you, it is sometimes difficult when you are waiting for the manifestation of something and you don't see the fruitfulness. I want you to go back and replay in your mind or ask the Holy Spirit to guide you and to bring to your remembrance the things that you've said in the beginning. The foundation of where you are starting your expectation has to be rooted in positive affirmations and words that you speak in the very beginning. In the very beginning. So, how did you start your day this morning? Did you start it with magnifying the pain you feel in your body? Did you start it with magnifying it with the things that you didn't get done yesterday? Did you start magnifying the things that you want to get done and you don't think you have the capability to do? Mm-mm. That's not how you start your day. You won't see the fruitfulness of your day if you don't start it by putting out, speaking words of affirmation to yourself. You are going to be the one that sees the productivity, the fruitfulness of your life and your works. There are going to be different people that come in and out of your life throughout the entire through all the seasons of your life. But you're going to be the one that's consistently there. So it's important that you start out your day with speaking things that are positive. Good morning, Sister Nancy. Good morning, Dr. Norman. It's important that you start speaking things positively at the beginning of the day. Even when you lay down at night, end your day positively. Um, there's some things that I experienced. Good morning, Sister Willis. There's some things I experienced on yesterday, and I understand that things could have gone a different way. And I found myself wanting to say, good morning, Sister Moore. Good morning, Sister Scales. I found myself wanting to speak in the negative space in which I was in, that I wasn't even in a negative space. I was going through it. We'd come out of it. And I wanted to speak about the negativity of what could have negatively gone wrong. When God says, I've already delivered you. And I had to transition my mindset from worry to rejoicing, and staying in that place of rejoicing, because I wanted to meditate on all the possible negative things that could have happened. Good morning, Bishop Fields. And I need you to understand that when God delivers you, he is so faithful, but you've got to plant out of your mouth the basis for what you are expecting God to produce. You cannot plant cucumbers in sand and expect it to grow. You have to put it in the proper field with the right soil, and it has to be with the right sunlight. It has to get the expected amount of water that is needed. And many times we start our expectations for what we are looking for God to do in a negative space. I want to encourage you that for those of you that are just coming on, we're talking about being fruitful, but understanding that the foundation for fruitfulness begins with you speaking positively over and speaking life, even in the foundational status of where you're starting your belief. And so it's so important that you, and I gave the example of, how did you start your day today? Did you wake up and get out of bed and talk about how pain was in your body, or the things that you didn't get done today, or the things that you didn't get done yesterday, or how you don't think you don't have enough time? No, you won't see fruitfulness today. You won't see fruitfulness down the road unless you started with a positive deposit. Whenever I plant something here at home, or even what's the word? Moving something from one pot to another. Can't think of the words this morning. I have to make sure the right soil is there, because the roots have to get the right nutrients from something. And I want to tell you that if you want to start your day differently, you've got to make sure that you start your day with speaking positive things over your life. Yeah, you may be going through a difficult season, but difficult seasons and difficult days do not mean that you have to operate in a spirit opposite of joy. Understanding that you have an expectation that God is going to see you through it. And yes, we can be human, but I'm telling you, it's so easy to dwell in the negative. It's so easy to not focus on the fact that God is delivering, God is faithful, and the enemy wants to, I'm telling you, the enemy wants you to stay in a place of desperation, in grief, in sorrow, in sadness. That's not God's plan. He came for us to have an abundant life, not just with cars and houses, but to be able to get up with joy, to get up with peace, to get up and understand that even though I'm crying, I know there's a joy that's coming. Even though that I'm hurt or in pain, I know that healing is coming for me. And if you can start speaking that I know I can forgive beyond this place. I know that I can restore this relationship because I understand that I'm not with it. I'm not doing it by myself. And so, for anything to grow, there are several components that are necessary for us to grow. And I need you to look at where God has placed you in your life. He has properly placed you in the right place, in the right season, in the right time for what you're dealing with. And He strengthens you through a place. I just need you to know that you have to start your day with a positive reflection of what you have expectation for. I'm going to say that again. Start your day with a positive reflection of what you are expecting for your day. Yeah. And I need that positivity to go beyond what you're feeling, what you see, what your to-do list says, how big the vision is. I need it to go beyond that because the enemy will try to frustrate you every single day so that you can stay in a cycle of frustration and don't see yourself beyond where you are today, beyond where you are right now. And I need you to come out of that and grow through that today and understand starting your day with a positive reflection in regard to the expectation of what you're of what you plan to see as a manifestation. Okay, I got too many rhyming words there, but it makes good sense. Listen, I need you to get in your spirit. Good morning, Miss Lillian. Good to see you this morning. Good morning, Minister Dershan. And I need you to get in your spirit that you start your day with a positive expectation and affirmation and speak it out of your mouth. That is the foundation to seeing fruitfulness and productivity in your life. One of the things that I always do is I try to make me a to-do list. Now I have a list on my desk at work that's called a brain dump. I get everything out of my mind that I'm trying to get done. And then I check off the boxes, recognizing that that list is extensive and that I'm not going to get it all done in one day. And it took me a long time to understand that. And the reason why I say that is because every day I looked at it as the things that I didn't get accomplished, the things that I couldn't get completed, the things that I still have to do for tomorrow. And that starts to weigh on you. But I understand that as my list changes, it means that there's some things that have been completed. And today, I want you to know that God has some things that He's completing for you, but you've got to start your foundation with speaking positively over your life, positively over your day, speaking positive words, speaking positive affirmations, because it is good soil for where God is trying to grow you. Listen, I hope you have an amazing day. Again, it's Women's Week at our ministry at St. Paul, 806 Lincoln Avenue. If you, that's right, Sister Willis, command your day. Good morning, Sister Skinner. Good morning, Miss Melissa. Good morning, Sister Tanisha. Listen, if you are in need of a word tonight, we have Pastor Shirley Johnson coming from Murfreesboro, North Carolina, first time at St. Paul. Listen, dress comfortable, dress cool. Meet us in the building at 7 o'clock. We'll be online, but I'm telling you, something about being in the atmosphere with the saints. Listen, it was amazing last night. The atmosphere was charged. The Lord blessed us with Pastor Frida Cross. God has just really placed His hand on this week. And we're excited about what the Lord is doing. We still have brunch tickets available for Saturday. We have Reverend Pamela McLaughlin coming from Mount Olivet Church in Petersburg. We're expecting, she's just gotten back from Africa. So we're expecting a great time this week. My mother-in-law will be there tomorrow night. So it's just going to be a fantastic week all week long. Listen, I thank you for joining me this morning, and I hope you have an amazing day. Start it with a positive affirmations. And if you started your day speaking things that were not positive, I need you to reverse that right now wherever you are and start speaking positive words over your day. Affirm the goodness of God as you start your day. I promise you, you will see the results. Listen, have an amazing day. We will see you in the morning for our next daily dip from the well. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you in the morning.